Hello, conservationists. In week two, you'll be learning about soil erosion fundamentals and the history of erosion. There are two readings, which include Soil Erosion, Causes and Effects by Ritter 2012, and Soil Quality Research Concerns, Soil Erosion, from the USDA NRCS in 1998. After you read those two readings, we'll then watch three lecture videos from me, Water Erosion Part 1, Water Erosion Part 2, and Wind Erosion. You will also watch a short video from the Kansas State Research and Extension titled The Processes Involved in Wind Erosion of Soil. I will also include some recommended questions to answer while you watch the wind erosion processes video. Those questions are not assigned for points, but I do suggest you complete them for your own benefit. There is another reading called Conquest of the Land Through 7,000 Years by Walter Loudermilk. An audio recording of me reading that NRCS bulletin is available if you're interested. It's a relatively long read, but it's very interesting. The role that erosion plays in the rise and fall of civilizations doesn't get as much attention as war and conquest. But the reality is that soil erosion plays an outsized role in this regard. There's also a video of an interview with Shelby Calloway that provides perspective and additional context for Loudermilk's work. So I want you to read and watch these two resources, then reply to the discussion assignment. There are 4 required tasks that you need to complete in order to get full credit for the discussion. The discussion is worth 10 points. The Policy and Conservation Agency discussion question for the week, for week 2, is on the Homestead Acts, which were several pieces of legislation that provided land to homesteaders who turned what was mostly prairie into farmland. The discussion question says to review the materials in the textbook associated with the Homestead Acts, then reply to the discussion. There are 5 tasks listed to successfully complete the discussion, and the discussion question is worth 10 points. We will also begin reading The Worst Hard Time this week. Your reading assignment is to read the introduction to the book, as well as chapters 1 and 2. I encourage everyone to take notes after you complete each chapter. Try to note any particularly interesting stories described in each chapter, as well as things mentioned in the book that relate directly to more technical content you've been learning about in the rest of the course. These notes will help you write your reflections later on. Finally, for the laboratory this week, you'll be measuring slope and assessing soil cover and residue breakdown at your field site. Details for the lab are in the lab manual. There is a detailed rubric on the assignment that outlines what components are needed for the laboratory report. The report is worth 30 points. This will be your first lab report, so I'll try to provide detailed feedback as you get accustomed to the required format and expectations. Have a good week.